What's up guys, great fight on this week's card. Austin Lingo facing off against David Onama, and this is going to be an absolute firefight. But before we get into it guys, this video is sponsored by Full Reptile Collective, brought to you by Dan Hardy. Head over to their website at fullreptile.co.uk where you can find anything from training gear, t-shirts, hoodies, all the way to coffee. For an exclusive 10% off, use Dan Said So at checkout. Make sure to also check out their YouTube channel for some of the best MMA content out there, bar my own. Let's get back to the video. We'll start with Austin Lingo guys. He's had 3 fights in UFC currently, 2-1. He did lose to Zalal, which was, is what it is. It's your debut, nerves rack up. He hasn't had a crazy amount of experience, did really well in LFA obviously. Showed in the regional scenes as well that he's not afraid to get into a firefight. He's willing to stand and trade with people, and looked really good against Saldara as well, because against Saldara you had a guy that was controlling the first round so much, really lighting him up with those switch kicks, body kicks, keeping him at distance using the range with his front kick as well. And Austin he got his cardio going in the second and third and managed to take over and win. It was, tight decision, close fight. But Austin really did show grit, determination, all those really good attributes you really want. He's got great fundamentals, he can step inside that pocket and he doesn't mix it up. He goes body head constantly. He's got a really sharp left hook as well. Regional scene knocks a few guys out with his left hook as well. So there's some really key points here for how he's going to try and introduce himself to David Onama. But someone like Onama is, we'll talk about him in a second, but he's an anomaly when it comes to power and range and length, because Austin's really going to have to watch his distance management here. He can't just lazily step forward. He can't just back up continuously either. He's going to have to stand and trade at some point against someone like Onama, because you saw his last fight where he was getting his legs kicked out from under him and he had to just switch it at one point, otherwise he was going to be limping for the rest of his life. So obviously that fight we were talking about with David Onama guys was the Gabriel Benitez fight. Gabriel came out looking amazing, really, really good. Had Cain Velasquez in his corner as well obviously before all that craziness happened. Came out the gate, smashed his leg to pieces and really just kept lateral movement, was really fast on the outside, which is a game I don't think Austin Lingo can play because he's never shown it before. He's not a speedy guy. He's not someone that can create the distance with his movement as such. He does it more with dipping under shots and getting inside the pocket, and then from there heavy shots with the clinch, scramble to the ground, and in his regional days he did grab a quick guillotine as well. He's not known for submissions. He's known for that pocket fighting brutality of his short stocky hooks. It could definitely work against someone like David Onama, but the thing you've got with Onama is he is willing to take 5 shots to give 1, because those 1 shots he gives are nuclear bombs. He shuts people's lights off. And the loss he had in the UFC obviously was against Mason Jones, 2 division weight champion at Cage Warriors. Mason is a phenom. He is so good. He's had a little rough ride in the UFC as well. But Mason Jones, he took that fight against Mason on very short notice and dealt a lot of damage to Mason as well. It was a very close fight itself. Mason obviously got the nod. David learnt a lot from that as well. Onama is seriously dangerous. He's so powerful. He uses range excellent, phenomenal. The way he keeps people at the end of his shots. I always compare him to Amanda Nunes, because Amanda Nunes always fully extended before she clipped you, instead of like a short, there's a bend in the elbow, there's a bend with the arm. None of that. It's full extension, and when he does hit that pocket, he's just swinging, because he knows if one connects, he's got that Ngannou power for the weight division to just shut you down, which is what he did to Benitez. His leg was getting kicked out from under him. He went, I've had enough now. I'm just going to turn it on. Hits this game mode, marches Benitez down and flatlines him. He has that switch where he goes, enough is enough. And that's so dangerous to someone that also likes to fight in the pocket with Austin Lingo. So Austin, guys, has to land those short hooks. He has to get out of the way, and he has to use incredible head movement here, because he's never shown the lateral movement. That's going to create a problem for Onama like Benitez did. And when Onama closes down, I don't know how Austin's going to get out of the way, to be honest with you, unless he does fight inside that pocket and land those clean shots. So for me, guys, I think this is a standout win for Onama. I think it's going to be a first round shutout, and I really like Onama here. Let me know, guys, who you think is going to win this. Let us know in the comments below. Like the video if you have enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. See you in the next one. Enjoy the fight, guys. Cheers.